Hello YouTube friends, we are here today on location doing a Why You Like It Brands Decoded of Wildfang. So Wildfang burst onto the scene in 2013. They developed a cult-like following. They've been an InStyle, Elle, Fast Company. They're worn by celebs like Janelle Monáe, Ellen Page, Jonathan Van Ness. And today I want to do a deep dive into why we like it so much, all the different brand signals they use to capture our attention. So let's go on in.
Every day, you're exposed to dozens of brands, ads, and people. Do you ever wonder if they're secretly persuading you? I'm Vanessa and Emma, best-selling author and behavioral investigator. In this series, I'm going to show you the hidden persuaders behind what you like. This is Brands Decoded.
What's up? It is Emma Mcllroy. She's here. So Emma is one of the founders of Wildfang. And Emma, I'm obsessed with your brand.
Thank you.
Tell me, what is Wildfang?
It's real simple. We're the home for badass women.
Home for badass women.
Arrived.
I love it.
Yeah, we like to break all the gender rules that hold women back, whether that's in their uniform and what they wear, or whether that's in society. So equal pay and all that other good stuff.
So what I want to do is I want to walk around the store and I want you to tell me some stories about how the brand evolved, right?
Yeah.
You burst onto the scene and developed this cult-like following. And so I want to see like what works.
Yeah,
so you walk me around the store and tell me things?
Yeah. All right, first we're going to talk about product.
Yes,
You're
let's
in
talk
a
about
store.
products.
You got to buy some stuff.
That's
all
right.
Okay, so Wildfang stands for breaking all those gender rules, right? So from a product perspective, we call ourselves female Robinhoods.
Oh,
okay?
what? I love
we
that.
steal our styles from the boys. So
Okay.
all those styles that women were told they shouldn't wear or couldn't wear. We take them, we make them, and honestly, we make them look better than they ever did on the boys.
Of course.
Okay?
Of course.
So one of those categories is workwear, and this is blowing up for us. So you can see it up here. Workwear, think canvas, think denim, think coveralls, overalls, and for Wildfang, the key piece is the coverall, okay? So one here as well.
So this is like a signature Wildfang
Yep.
look. Did this surprise you? Like,
Yes.
it surprised. So tell me, like, what was sort of, how did you come up with it? What happened when you started putting it out there? How did it change things?
So we wanted to look like we were working when we were hardly working. That was the deal, right? So we wanted this is an aesthetic choice. And typically workwear, right? So if you think of Amelia Earhart, right? The quintessential tomboy, the quintessential Wildfang. She was being a pilot when women weren't supposed to be a pilot. She was breaking the rules. This is what she would have worn. So very much inspired by our heroines and by the ladies who came before us. And we wanted something that allowed you to go from day to night, right? So you can style this different ways. We wanted something that was super versatile, super comfortable. The hand on these is really, really soft. So you basically never want to take them off. And by the way, you're dressed in 60 seconds, right?
Right, so easy.
Done, right?
Yeah. No shirt, no top, no different things, all the same. Easy.
And when I say you can style these a million ways, you can go Chucks like I'm wearing, or an Air Force One. You can button it to the top and go true tomboy.
Yeah.
You can button it down, wear a pair of heels, dress it up, right? There's a million ways to wear this. We did not expect it. We did not expect the coverall to take off, which is why every time we've launched it, we sell it in 2 weeks.
What?
So we are excited about this new collection, and there's a bunch more coming for holiday.
So I really like this idea because it really surprised you. It sells out.
Yes.
And what's interesting about it is I didn't even think of this as a category. You
No.
almost kind of, it's a new category that you're creating.
We did not think of it as a category.
Right, and so you're dominating because you're creating something totally new.
Yes, and one of the things that's cool, so when you make product, you want to differentiate, you want to stand out, you want to be ownable, right? What's the space that's ownable so that the consumer remembers you and thinks of you when they think of that product? For us,
Workwear.
it was workwear, and we didn't expect our workwear to work, but it did.
Yeah.
And
Woo-hoo!
so much
Instagrammable right there, yeah.
so much of startup is trying stuff, throwing shit at a wall, seeing what happens, and getting feedback from the consumer, and ultimately being guided by what they want.
So here's what I want to look at. So we have workwear, and then
Yes.
you also have like these
By the
amazing
way,
little things. Okay, so just a different way of thinking about workwear.
Yeah,
right.
these are all workwear. Anyway, yes.
So like you have these little amazing brand signals. I call these brand signals.
Yeah, love
these
that.
are these hidden things that make us laugh. Tell me about some of the things in the store. Like where does this come from?
So Wildfang, before we ever had a business plan, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have a P&L. We had no numbers. The first 3 times I raised money, I don't think I presented a single P&L, right?
Yeah.
What we did have was a brand plan. We knew who our consumer was. We knew what we wanted to stand for, what our values were. And one of our values was cheeky.
Yeah.
Because fashion gets so serious and
true.
like people get excluded quickly, right? You're not cool enough. You're not one of them. And we wanted to be cheeky and we wanted to be human, right? Which means sometimes we up and we show you behind the curtain and we show you that we up. And sometimes we just laugh at ourselves. So all through the space, in our brand voice, in our carving wall, in these silly little googly eyes. So a part of what I think makes Wildfang really special and really lovable is that we don't try to be too cool. We're just, we're just like you. We're just human. We make mistakes, and we also laugh at ourselves, because if you didn't right now, you'd go crazy.
Yeah. So one of these is the most interesting part of the store. One of my favorite parts of the store is the carving wall. So tell me about this. Tell me how you came up with it. Oh yeah.
So when we were kids, we were all tomboys, right? And that was a big part of who we were in our childhood. And every tomboy carved a tree.
That's right.
So what we wanted to do was we wanted to create a space that was really interactive, where you didn't walk in and feel pressurized to drop money and that you had to shop. And we wanted to give you something else to do. Welcome the carving wall. So this is a way that people sit on the swing, they hang out, they carve their name, they make their mark. We get visitors from all over the world.
Point out some of these to me, like
you'll see little state maps all over the place. Yes. Now remember, I'm British, so the chance of me knowing which state this is very small.
I won't know.
I'm gonna go. It's pretty square. I'm gonna go Colorado, but not entirely sure.
So the reason I really like this is because it creates a really interesting brand experience. So people come in and they can see who else has been in here, right? It also kind of reminds you of this old thing that we did as a kid, which is like obviously.
And it's tactile. So much of the world is digital, right?
Absolutely.
This is tactile,
Yes, and so it's also it's a great way for people to also add their own mark on your brand, and you're actually allowing a space for that. So magical. So I see there's a bar in your store.
There is.
I want to hear the story behind it. Does it work? Did it not work? Show me about it.
Let's go. Okay, bar in a store. Weird, I know. And right now the bar has no product in it because it was a failure. It didn't work.
Okay, so why? Tell me about how this came to be.
Startups all about trying stuff, throwing stuff at a wall, and most importantly, feeling fast, learning and going again, right? That's the critical rule of startup. So I wanted to put a bar in a store because I wanted us to be more than just retail, right? I wanted to create a place where you had a true experience, you could hang with your friends, and there's nothing worse than walking into a store and people are like, buy this, and you're like, ah. So I wanted a place where if you didn't want to shop but you come in with a friend, you could sit and hang out, right? That was the idea. But it didn't work.
Okay, because I love the idea. Why don't you think it worked?
I don't think it worked because I don't think the experience was good enough. I think we needed to double down on it. It's really hard when you're used to a retail business model. A bar business model, it's very different, right? And you typically make your money from like liquor and cocktails and stuff like that. In an environment like this, it's very hard to serve food, and it's very hard to do true cocktails, right? That's a whole different kind of ballgame. So I just don't think we did it well enough. Could it work? Maybe. But I think what we're going to do in this space, we're still going to double down on, this is going to come away, we're going to double down on experience. So think more like Instagram experience, right? So we're going to create something that people interact with and can have fun with when they're not buying. But it wasn't a bar. Bar didn't work.
So you said something really important there, which is about these Instagrammable moments, which actually are a great way to showcase your brand. So the more of those moments you have around your store, you have them outside, you have them inside, the more people have opportunities to share, and maybe that's actually even better for the brand.
Yeah, it's free marketing, right? So probably the most Instagram thing in our store is the marquee sign, right? And what we do with that is it gives us an opportunity to be really time relevant, right? So something happens in the government, something happens in the world, we can take an immediate point of view that day, right? And so the ability to be that relevant to the consumer means that they interact with it every single time they go past. So it's the most Instagram thing that we have in this space, and all it is free marketing. I don't pay them to do it. I don't pay the eyeballs that see it. They spread the word for us, right? So
I love adding other Instagram moments. It's a great idea. One thing that has really worked, and this is what I really want to talk about. So I got one of my Wildfang jackets, and I opened my envelope, and it said, this is on the outside of the envelope, the best thing since baby goats.
Who doesn't love baby goats?
Who doesn't love baby goats? Also,
you'd be a
this
monster.
was sitting on my doorstep. So like everyone who's seeing the package, it made their day, it made them smile. So tell me about this idea, the best thing since.
So we knew the marquee sign was working. We knew people liked something that felt personal to them. And so one way we do that is through our packaging. So the best thing since, it's very positive. It's almost like it's got that cheeky humor to it. And then we just fill it in, right? So the best thing since Michelle Obama's arms.
I mean, who doesn't want her arms?
Who doesn't want her arms? The best thing since spelling things on a calculator, come on.
That was a good year.
Right?
That was a good year.
The best thing since cat videos on the internet. That's the first 15 minutes of everybody's day right there. That's 6 to 6:15 a.m. right there.
It's true.
The best thing since Keenan Metcalf. So what this allows us to do is, these give us a chance to personalize the consumer's experience, right? So if we learn something about you, like say you talk about the last book you read, Michelle Obama, you loved it, you're going to get Michelle Obama's arms on
Right,
right?
Sure.
It allows us to personalize the experience to you. It allows us to make you smile and be delighted just before you leave, and
boom,
you walk around town with our branding.
Free advertising.
Yep, it's super fun.
Emma, thank you so much for taking me around your store.
Thank you for
This
coming
was
in.
amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so friends, I'm gonna do some shopping. I'm gonna get a Wildfang makeover, and I'm also gonna do a little deep dive of the hidden persuaders on their website.
Go to the change room. Let's do this.
Wildfang has a pretty incredible web presence and social, and they really have a strong brand and lots of brand signals on their Instagram. They clearly think very carefully about this, and it works for them. You know, they have already 162,000 followers and very active engagement. Their website is also a really easy shopping experience. So first, they have lots of different kinds of models on here, so you can see that there are people who are going to be able to relate to anything that they see. So every model doesn't look the same. That's the biggest thing that you often see in fashion. They want everyone to see some sort of representation. I also love how they have a bestsellers tab that people are always curious about what other people are buying. It's a nice way to show social proof. So if you click on their bestsellers, you can see that there are all different kinds of things that are new, that are coming out. They often show on their website things that sell out. So I really like how they organize their website. It's very clear. And again, there's kind of something for everyone, which is really nice. I also thought that this was amazing. So this is an email that I got from Wildfang after I'd already purchased something. So just kind of a check-in email. And first it made me laugh. Open meow for your mystery discount. So great subject, made me want to open it, made me kind of chuckle. And then I thought this was brilliant. So they paired a Wildfang sale with International Cat Day. It's International Cat Day and we're pretty pumped. Hilarious. Shop today and you can score. Now, I can't show this to you, but the email actually was a gift that was rotating between 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% off. And it was like a scroller. No kitten, get it? No kidding. Click to get your paws on your mystery discount. Feline lucky. And basically you could click the link and it would give you a discount code, and it was a mystery. So not only did the entire email was very well thought out and made me laugh, they also made it a mystery, which is a great way to produce dopamine for your customers. Anytime you can shock and delight or surprise and delight or create a game, it is this magical way to create a fun engagement for your customers. It made me A, want to go shopping, B, open and click on their email, and C, look forward to their emails in the future. Love it.
I hope you enjoyed this installment of Why You Like It, Brands Decoded at Wildfang. They have so many incredible brand signals, and they figured out that if you try to appeal to everyone, you appeal to no one. They're much better off finding their ideal people and calling to them. I hope you enjoyed today. I've enjoyed doing this with you, and I'll see you in our next video.
Hey, I want to tell you one more thing. You are amazing. The question is, do you know how to share it? I'd love to help. I save my very best tips for my insider subscribers. Subscribe for free at scienceofpeople.com. I know your inbox is sacred, so I promise to send you only emails you will love.
I also would have totally just cut it short and done VVE. See if I can get this S.